You are listening to the Profitable Content Creator Podcast. This is the place where content creators come to learn how to create profitable content that positions themselves as an authority and grows their online businesses. Get ready to take your content to a whole new level with your host, Kristen Poborski.
Hey there, everyone. Have you ever wondered why some videos or pieces of content on your website keep getting views and likes even years after they've been first uploaded? What's the secret? Well, stick around today because we're diving into the magical world of evergreen content and how you can make yours timeless as well. So one of the things I've discovered is not all content is created the same. And what is the difference between evergreen content that lasts for years and people go to it versus here today, gone tomorrow content? Let me give you an example of that. I have a client. His name is Todd Krieger. We've been creating content together since 2013. We have some great content out there on YouTube and on his blog, a video, and I'm thinking of one where we're talking about dysfunctional families. That video has been on his site and on YouTube since 2015. It's had almost 600,000 views, and it continues to be in his top 10 videos every month, and it gets thousands of views. So what is the key to making that happen? So it really starts out with the fact that we pick a topic that is evergreen and is timeless. So what's the difference between evergreen and content that is just trending? So what I always tell my clients is we don't want to have trendy content that is talking about something specifically happening here and now. So that could be something like talking about Christmas or a topic that's happening in the news. I always tell my clients, we do not talk about content that has to do with politics, things happening in the news like that. If they really want to, that's great. But the problem with that is it really has a short lifespan. So evergreen content is really content that's going to help you build your business and convey the problems that you solve for your clients and showcases your expertise. So in the case of the video on the dysfunctional family, it's all about 7 signs that you came from a dysfunctional family. And people are always wondering about that because they're dealing with that. And that is something that he helps people with in his coaching practice. So that's why that piece of content really has done well. He has a ton of content and that's been around for a very long time and it's still relevant today. That was just one experience. So when you start building a content bank of pieces like that, they can really work for you year in and year out to help you drive traffic, get leads, and turn them into clients. But today we're also going to talk about the importance of updating your older content. So maybe you have some older content. Yeah, it's evergreen content, but it's kind of fallen off over to time and you don't have as many views on it or things like that, or you may have changed how you do things. A good example is what I do. So I'm updating all of my old evergreen content because I teach content creation and content marketing. But now with AI, I have a whole new way to go in and update that older content. So you're probably wondering right now, well, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just create new content? Well, because I've got old content that has really good SEO juice and I want to update it. This is all about why it's important to have updating your older content with regularly and updating it with new methods, new ways, new copy, things like that, because it will boost my SEO without having to create a whole new piece of content. It'll bring it back to life and make it even more relevant for today. So one of the things I'll do is I will go in and start looking around at my content and making a list of things that I know I want to update, right? So some of the strategies for keeping my content evergreen is not just rewriting it, even though I would go in and use AI to rewrite that older content with a few prompts. And then I would actually do that and create a video. If I don't have a video for something these days, then that's going to be the first thing I'm going to do. And then use the transcript from that video that I created on the same topic and rewrite the whole entire post using AI in just a couple minutes to do that. So that's how easy it is to update it, especially when you just go in and spend maybe 10 minutes doing a video and then using that transcript to rewrite that old piece of content. Voila, you have breathed in all kinds of new life into that older piece of content. So that's like one of the biggest strategies that I can share. The other things I would also do would be to create new graphics for it because, tastes change over time. Some of my older graphics don't work today because like I said, I have content from 2016, 2017. I'm in the process of doing that. It's evergreen. It's great content. It just needs a little refresh with the new perspective that I have today on content creation. And I'm sure that you have content in your content ecosphere that needs updating, and you're going to just need to go and figure out what those are. So let's dive into a little bit about how to figure out what you need to update. So what I normally do is, and I hope you already have Google Analytics set up, but I will go into my content and go into my Google Analytics and start searching around and looking at older content that still has some life in it. And I update that content. I bookmark it and say, okay, these are really good pieces of content. They're still getting some, traffic to it. And then I will put that on my list. And then I have a simple checklist where I go through of all the things that I want to update on it. So usually that checklist would be, like I said before, create a video, then use the transcript to rewrite and create some new graphics for it. Those would be like the 3 things that I would do. And then if I don't have a content upgrade or opt-in, I would add one in there. I might even consider doing a new one, but most of the time I usually have plenty of those in there to go to add to it. So I definitely would do those 3 things. And now it's so easy to be able to leverage ChatGPT to do those content updates. And all it really is just a matter of doing the 3 things that I do. So I would actually go in and copy and paste the content into ChatGPT, then ask it to write a new script. And then or a script outline. I would probably update it and tell it to update it and include something about AI. And then I would have it generate that script, sit down, video that script, use it and upload it and get the transcript, and then use that to rewrite the content for my blog post. And that's pretty much it. And again, it doesn't take very long. I'm in the middle of doing that right now. It takes the longest part of it really is just doing the video. That's going to be 10 minutes. But then all the other pieces that go into it after I get that transcript, it's probably a matter of 5 minutes to generate that new blog post, SEO optimize it, and be done with it and copy and paste it all on my blog post that when I'm updating. It might be a total of 10 extra minutes, but it can do a lot for your old content rather than having to go back in and redo everything on there. So again, ChatGPT is such a valuable tool and makes this whole process that much easier. And that's all it really takes to update your evergreen content. The other thing I want to leave you with is maybe you've got some content in there that's really good, but it's not evergreen. So how do I make it go from trending to evergreen? Well, if you've got content that's referring to time of year or some sort of something that happened, I definitely would avoid trying to update those and making them evergreen. It would be a lot easier to just leave those as one-off pieces and focus from the beginning on creating only evergreen content instead of trending topics and things like that, or something that's happening in the news. Because again, those are very here today, gone tomorrow, and it's highly likely that they won't get any kind of traction, whether it is on your blog, YouTube, or out on social. So it's much easier and better for your business and your workload to focus on creating evergreen content and then updating your older pieces of content so that they stay fresh and new. So there you have it. Keeping your content evergreen is like planting a tree that will keep bearing you new fruits year in and year out. It's about creating those valuable pieces of content that stand the test of time, where you're not talking about seasonal topics, you're not talking about trends that are happening or incidents that are happening in the news right now. The goal really is to keep creating content that stands the test of time and that you update it regularly to keep it fresh and engaging. And you don't even need to do that all the time. Some content can live for a few years without an update, but it is good to keep those in a file or on a spreadsheet and go in and take a look at them every so often to monitor the performance. And once you see them dropping off, then it's time to consider updating and refreshing your content and sending new signals out there to the search engines that you've got new content. And why not now with ChatGPT? It's so easy to take that old content, give it some little polish refreshes, adding in a video, adding in more storytelling and things like that to give it a whole new life. And again, with ChatGPT, it is so easy and fast, and it will ensure that your work continues to shine and attract viewers. So don't let your content fade into the background. Update your content the fast and easy way. I've got that free download right below here in the show notes. And you can start maximizing your content lifecycle today. I've even got some helpful ChatGPT prompts in there that you can use and implement to start updating your content in less than 10 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed this. Stick around. I've got some questions I'm going to answer here in the next little bit of this episode. So let's talk about why is it important to update your evergreen content. So as I've mentioned before, regular updates for your evergreen content it tells the search engines that you've got new content and it's been updated, and it will help its SEO juiced and boosted up in the rankings again when you update it. Okay. You're going to attract new viewers, ensuring your posts to continue to engage your audience over time. And one key to get those rolling is to, when you update a new piece of content, share it with your audience via an email, because that will get traffic going to it right away, so that you're proving to Google and the search engines that you've got new content and that people are interested in it. So it's sending it positive signals, okay? So you definitely want to do that. So the next question is, how do I use analytics to guide me in my updates for my evergreen content? So what you want to do is you want to have Google Analytics, and you want to go in there and identify which ones are, maybe you've got some great stuff at the top that's still performing and it's dropped off a little bit. You will want to update that. Maybe you've got some old content that you know is completely out of date, but you think it's still really good. Then I would earmark that as well for a content upgrade or update. Okay. But what you want to do is maybe look at the content over time, see if it's fallen. So I like to go through my content monthly or even every quarter and see what's trending, because that gives you tips on what's working and what's not working. And also to see like what's older content is still getting traffic, and to kind of just see the trend over time. Has it dropped off? And then I might go in and update that stuff as well. Okay. So the next question is, can ChatGPT help me in making content evergreen? So again, I love to use ChatGPT because it makes the whole process so much simpler, and it can be leveraged easily to help you update and generate fresh content, including rewriting your content or adding in new insights to your existing content. So say a good example here is I had an article on repurposing content, or no, what was it? Updating content. And it was old because I used to update content the old way. So what I did was I took that piece of content, I went into ChatGPT, and I had it rewrite the whole article now with an outline with how I would do it now using AI. Then I went in and filmed a new video using that outline. And then I used the transcript to actually rewrite the entire article. It took me about 3 minutes to get that outline, 10 minutes to film it. And then I uploaded it and got the transcript. And then I just plugged that right in. And within a minute or 2 minutes, I had a whole new blog post that I could actually put in there that was all SEO optimized for the keywords that I wanted to keep. And it was done. But then I even had a new piece of content, which was the video that I could add in there, adding more signals to SEO, to the search engines, and also being able to be out there on YouTube and use the video elsewhere in my social media marketing. So ChatGPT is indispensable when it comes to updating your content, adding in new fresh ideas, things like that. I use it all the time for that. So if you are ready to update your evergreen content and you want to know how to do that, I've got the guide to updating your content, the fast and easy way, right below inside the notes right below. You can go grab that. There's some great ChatGPT prompts. I guide you through several ways that you can quickly and easily update your old content. Go grab it. It's waiting for you right below.
You've been listening to the Profitable Content Creator Podcast, where content creators go to learn how to take their content creation to the next level. If you love the Profitable Content Creator Podcast, we'd love for you to subscribe, rate, and give us a review on iTunes. Until next time.